Hello guys, so I will going to discuss about the mechanical measurement and metrology lab experiment calibration of load cell. The theoretical part as well as the conduction of the experiment load cell where I will going to discuss in this particular video. Calibration of a load cell. Calibration, as you all know that one, it is a process of comparing the performance of a measuring instrument with respect to some known standard. It is called calibration. Periodic calibration is required in order to make sure that the measuring instrument, what it is going to be using for the purpose of measuring the physical quantities, is it accurate or not. That is, comparing the measuring instrument itself with respect to some standard. It is called calibration. Checking the performance of a measuring instrument by comparing with the known standards, that is called calibration. The aim of the experiment it is to calibrate the given load cell by actual load. The actual load in this experiment it is the standard, and we are comparing this standard with the load cell. Load cell is the measuring instrument and actual load will be the standard. So you will going to compare it and check the how much of error which is present in the load cell, given the load cell. That is the aim of the experiment. The operators for this, it is a load cell which is having the capacity of this load cell what we have in the lab, it is 10 kg. Dead weight in the sense it is the actual load, and the digital load indicator which will indicate the amount of load what will going to be applied on the load cell. So coming to the theoretical part of this load cell, see, weighing the load or the force using the spring deflection is acceptable one, but the deflection of the spring balance what we are going to use mechanically to measure the load or the force, it is very time consuming as well as it is very tedious. To overcome this time consumption and the tedious of the operation of this spring balance to measure the load or the force, one of the effective way and accurate method of using or measuring the weight, the load or the force is strain gauge based load cell. One of the most effective and accurate method is using the strain gauge based load cells. So basically this load cell experiment here, it consists of the strain gauges. Whatever the deformation the load cell will going to have because of the load is being added onto it, the deformation will be sensed in terms of the change in the strain by using the strain gauges. This deformation is converted into electrical signal with the help of the strain gauge, and this strain gauge is being connected to the Wheatstone bridge. So change in the electrical resistance will finally indicate the amount of load which is going to applied on the load cell. So what you are observing here, It is actually the load cell. You can observe in this image, this is actually the load cell, and these are the strain gauges what you are observing, and this red arrow mark indicate the load which is being applied or the force is being exerted onto it. So because of that, it tend to deform. As soon as it deforms, these strain gauges, it will also experience the compression as well as the tension. These strain gauges, what you are observing here, it will be like this strain gauge. This has the two terminals which is being connected. You can observe in this image also the terminals. This is like a sheet of paper, plastic sheet, right? The top surface of it, it tend to have the tension. The bottom layer, it tend to experience the compression. You can observe this image also, compression, here tension. This is actually the load cell. When the load is being applied, this will tend to deform. These strain gauges will be connected to Wheatstone bridge. The change in that electrical resistance will finally make converting into that electrical signals, where you can able to measure the load which is being applied on the load cell. It is more accurate and effective method of measuring the loads or the force. And here this is an example of the load cell. You can observe this will be the plate on which you can able to put any of the object. Inside that or the bottom of it, it consists of the load cell like this, which is being connected to the circuit. And this is what the strain gauge, which is being pasted onto the component, which are the component which are designed to measure the strain. You can observe this image. Tension causes the resistance increases, compression causes the resistance to decrease. And because of that, the electrical signal will going to generate, which will going to indicate in the dial digital indicator, which going to measure the actual load which has been applied onto this load cell. Exactly. And this is the experimental setup what we'll be having in the lab. And this is what the digital indicator which will going to indicate the load in terms of kg. And this is what the pan on which you're going to place the weight. At the bottom of this is what the load cell, what it going to look like. It has been connected to the electrical signals. And these are the dead weights or the standard weight. So you're comparing the performance of this measuring instrument load cell by comparing with the known standard. It is the dead weight. This weight will be kept onto this pan which is connected to this load cell. So this will tend to deform. And this load cell is being connected with the strain gauges. So it will experience the compression and tension. Because of that, electrical resistance changes. Finally, it will show the digital reading on this dial digital indicator, right? And this is what an example of the load cell in the grocery stores. To measure the groceries, This is what the pan on which the components or the groceries will be kept onto it, and this will be the digital indicator which is going to measure accurately as well as within a less amount of time. This is what the load cell, and these two components, this pan as well as this data indicator, it will be like this. So assume this will be the pan on which the component or the item which you want to measure, it will be kept, and this is the digital indicator. Both is been assembled to look like this. And this is the procedure to be followed to get the reading using the load cell. Initially it need to be set to the 0. Once the 0 is been set using the 0 knob, here there is a 0 knob is there, using that you need to make it as 0. Then you need to be apply the weight in the increments 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5 kg, like that you need to place on the pan one above the other. With respect to that, the indicated reading from the digital indicator need to be recorded. This is the tabular column. The actual load in kgs. Actual load means the dead weight what you're going to place on the pan, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, like that. The weights will be added incrementally with respect to that 0.5 kg. What is the indicated load? That is by the digital indicator reading, and the error, the difference. Suppose here 0.5 kg is being applied. If it shows 0.5, then the error is 0. And once you place 1 here, 1 kg, if it is showing as 0.9 kg, then the error will be 0.1. Then the percentage of error. So these are the formulas. So this is how the error will be calculated for the given load cell. You are doing the calibration, checking the performance of the given measuring instrument, that is a load cell, by comparing with the standards. So these are the graphs which need to be plotted. So these are some of the applications of the load cell. Finally, the result need to be written. This is about the theoretical part. So now we will see how the readings will be taken by using the experimental setup. So we're going to perform that experiment so we can able to observe it. So this class we are going to discuss about the load cell experiment. It is in the part A, which is calibration of load cell, and what you are looking over here, it is the load cell operators. The left side what you are seeing, it is actually the load cell, and the right side is the digital indicator, which will going to show the value of the load or the force which is kept onto this load cell. So here what you are seeing, this is actually the load cell. This is how it will going to look inside, right? So this experiment, load cell, calibration of load cell. So calibration means comparison of the performance of the measuring instrument with that of the standard. That is what calibration is about. And in this experiment, we are going to calibrate the load cell. What you have seen here, this is the instrument, measuring instrument, to measure the load or the force by comparing it with that of the standard. So standard is the standard weights which you are going to put on this pan, right? This is load cell. So initially for the experiment, if in the digital indicator, if it is not showing as 0, you have to make it as 0 by using the 0 knob. Once it is been set to 0, on this load cell pan, we are going to have the increment of the load. So we will do the incrementing of the load by 0.5, 0.5. So I place the standard weight, which is 0.5 kg, and we will going to note on the reading. And the reading what here it is showing is 0.4 kg. So the difference will be 0.1. That you are going to note on in the tabular column. Similarly, one more weight, that is an increment of 0.5 will be kept. Now the total weight which is kept here, it is 1 kg, but now here it is showing as 0.9 kg. So the indicated value as well as the actual value, you are going to do the comparison in the tabular column. Once it is been set, you are going to calculate the error. Similar to that now, so the second reading is 1 kg. Now again we are going to place the third reading, that is 1.5 kg. You can observe here 1 kg plus 0.5, total it is 1.5. This is the third reading, but here it is showing as 1.4. The difference you have to note down. Now the next value will be 2 kg. Now it is showing as 1.8. So similar to this, 4 to 5 readings you can able to take, and then you have to calculate the error. So this is calibration of load cell. See, this is what the load cell, what you are looking, it will be there inside it, right? So whenever the load is been put onto this pan, this load cell will go to deform. Because of the deformation, because of the strain, the surface strain, this is actually been measured using the digital indicator. See, the load cell, it is basically used to measure the load or the force. And universally, for measuring the load or the force, spring balance will be used. That is what it is acceptable. But the spring balance will going to have the variations. So in order to avoid the variation, to get the accuracy, load cell will be more preferred, because the deflection or the variation what you are going to expect from the load cell will be less. More accuracy will be expected from this load cell. So for that reason, the strain gauge based load cell is what used in this experiment. So this is what calibration of load cell.